baby.
To be the man, you've got to beat the man.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Can we have fun?
I want winners.
That okay, here we go. Ah, crap. You know what? I just had a great monologue and I just ruined it for Oh, how's your lip reading? All right, let's take it from the top. All right, guys, again, sorry about that. Welcome to the Raymond Report. My name is Ron Raymond, a 5-time sports handicap champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and founder of the Raymond Report here at ATSStats.com. And if you guys were on board last week, I did this new thing called the 50 podcast series. And what it is, it's each and every week or 2 weeks, 10 days, I'm going to introduce an educational component to the podcast, the Raymond Report. I'm not that guy just going to come here and do like a fast track or I'm not, this ain't McDonald's or Wendy's where I'm going to, you come to the hole and I give you a burger and you're on your way, right? I think that if you're going to invest money, you got to really think it out. You got to have a game plan. Hey, everybody has a game plan till they get punched in the mouth, right, Mike Tyson?
Our formula is this. We go out, we hit people in the mouth.
Yeah, and Mike Singletary is on board with my way of thinking. And that's our job, is to punch the bookmaker in the mouth, take his money, and get on to the next one, right? And you got to be selective in your sports handicapping, and we'll get to that today. All right, so the first show I did was Introduction to the Raymond Report. And if you go and you click on this link, so the way you get to the 50 podcast series, if you missed them, and you only missed one because I've only done one so far, the next one I'll do next week, again, research, right? I got to research this stuff because when you're trying to explain your system, only you know. It's like a painter, right? When a painter paints his Picasso, only the painter knows the fine detail of the painting. And that's what I find the Raymond Report is. It's my system is pretty... I wouldn't say it's basic, but there's fundamentals to it. And my fundamentals in sports handicapping are this. You got to shop for value. You got to play the percentages. You got to look at performance cycles, team and player performance cycles, player availability, who's injured, doesn't matter, who's available, and a money management system. That's the caramel secret for myself when I'm handicapping. So that is the Raymond Report in a nutshell. And I'm going to do a 50 podcast series educational component part. I do this every like 3, 4, 5 years where I break down stuff, because when you've been doing this as long as I have, since 1996, you see things, right? And I always go back to the interview with on ESPN where Drew Brees was talking to the host on ESPN, and they were talking about Brock Purdy and Richardson out of the Colts, right? And they say, what's the difference between Richardson and the Colts? And Drew Brees nailed it. He goes, Richardson played like, 12, 15 games in college football? Brock Purdy played like 50-something. So he's seen a lot of stuff. And that's the same thing in sports handicapping. You gotta see things in sports handicapping, remember them, and say, okay, you know what? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, type thing, right? So if you're in this for the long run, you got to make sure that you have a system, right? Have a game plan, have a system, stick to your system. We talk about that, about variances in this in the first educational component of the 50 podcast series, and there's a section here on variances. Watch the and variances is just how do you handicap the unexpected? You know what I mean? How do you handicap luck? It's like when you get a quarter and you flip it 10 times. The first 4 flips are like heads. Well, the percentage play probably tells you that tails is probably the next one, right? And those are things that you very hard to handicap. But you got good variances, negative variances, and positive variances, right? And you got to find the cycle of where that variance is, and then hopefully you go on a run. And guys, when you've been doing this, there's some guys like you guys have been doing this for a long time. What goes up must go down. You've been on good streaks, you've been on cold streaks, you've been on medium streaks. That's the way it goes in sports handicapping, right? You're gonna get your good runs, your bad runs, and when you get bad runs, that's when you got the old Staples reset button. Just hit the reset button, come back, and live for another day. And watch that first episode. You will get something out of it. All right. Hey, holy cow, Carrie, what do you think?
Yeah, baby.
All right. Hey, you know what? Let's have a little roll call here this morning. See how everybody's doing this morning. And let's have a little good morning, Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam.
All right. Let's get this show on the road right now. And that's, as we always do right here when we kick off the show, we always go and feed the ponies. Get him in and get him out. Yeah, they're off and running today at Parks Racing, and Parks Racing race number 1 is a 12:05 post time, and it's a maiden claiming race, and it's 1 mile 70 yards on the dirt, and we are going to recommend 913 today at Parks Racing, and the number 9 horse, Josh, with MJ Sanchez taking the ride at 5-1 morning line on the 9. Number 1, a little long shot here, 30-1 on Gold Bling. C. Elliott taking the ride here on the number 1 horse, Gold Bling, and the number 3 horse, Lee's Last Hero, F. Martinez taking a ride on Lee's Last Hero. The number 3 horse is going off at 8-1 morning line. 913 in race number 1 today at Parks Racing. And may all the winners be yours. And if you're playing an exacta box, 911334. And if you're trifecta, 913413 trifecta box. And always remember to box those horses. I was at Gulfstream Park 2 weeks ago. And I just get there and I'm pumped and I'm ready to go. And I get to the window. I know I should have went to the kiosk and just type it in, but I said, you know what? I want to back wheel this horse, and I want to put. I had a plan, right? Didn't I get stuck behind a friggin' a newbie? It should be. You know what? It should be legal. I don't want to say this. Hey, I'll probably get banned from YouTube. Hey, I'm telling you, if people are not aware when the race is going off and they're loading up the horses and they're sitting there asking questions. They should be thrown out of the friggin' track, eh? That's just me. If you don't and everybody behind me is like, come on, like it's just like, dude, you're killing us right now. Just put in your friggin' pick and let's go. And the guys behind me weren't too happy. I was able to get that pick in. I wish I didn't because it lost. But you know what, guys, if you're ever at the track, have your game plan, have your picks ready, and do not go to the track and start asking questions when they're loading up the horses in the stalls, right? That's you don't do that. Why not? Eh? You don't do that.
Oh, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
Oh no, never.
Why not?
Against the rules. You're stupid when you do that.
Yeah, you are. All right, so you don't do that. Please don't do that. If you go to Gulfstream Park, have your picks ready and get them in and get them out. All right, let's get to the National Hockey League, and let's go through the tonight's game in the NHL. Where's my... All right, how you guys doing out there today? You guys all fired up? You ready to go? See everybody bouncing in, bouncing out? Okay. Go, Sens, go. All right, let's get into the SBI. You know what? Let's go to SBI first. We'll sports betting index, and let's see how the markets are reacting right now in the NHL. I know they got that Final Four or whatever they call it, the old Canada Cup or the Championship Series or whatever they call it these days. I know the hockey's going to go on a little bit of a hiatus there, so we're going to get a lot of crammed NHL games there the next few weeks. But looking yesterday, 5-4, 9 games yesterday in the Bettman circuit. Favorites went 5-4, 4-5 on the puck line, 7-2 to the over. Wow, 7-2 to the over. No, not wow. It's been let me see here. This year, let me see here. 50, yeah, wow, because everything's been going under, 54.9%. Still haven't seen a 5.0. Have you guys seen a 5.0 over-under line yet? I was sure by January 10th we would have got that 5.0. 7-day average, pretty much even Steven on the favorites and the underdogs. And you know what? That just tells me that the NHL is very balanced when it comes to the salary cap, And that's what the NHL, the bookmakers want. They want everybody to be able to win on any given night. And overs last 7 days, 58.1, which I predicted before I went on the trip. I said, guys, eventually the overs have got to start cashing tickets. That's why they went from 6.5 line default to like a 6 and then like a 5.5. But you're noticing some books don't even they don't even want to budge off they go 5.5 or they'll go 6.5. It's very rare you see some books post a 6 out there. They don't want those ties, I guess. But that's your SBI for Tuesday, Ruby Tuesday, January 21st. All right, let's get into it. Let's go to the before we do, one thing I wanted to introduce to the show is I want to recap last night's game and review the Cal, the chances of winning, the Kogo, the chance of game going over the total, the straight up forecast on the computer pick, ATS forecast, and the over under forecast. So you can see right here, straight up, we're winning 54% of our hockey games on the computer pick, last 100 selections. And then you can see here on the ATS, 58% of the puck line, which is good. and then 53 when it comes to the over-unders. Now, yesterday afternoon, the San Jose Sharks lost to the Boston Bruins. The Bruins were a minus 208 favorite, and they won 6-3. That game went over. We had a cow of 69%. No way. That can't be right. 50 because the Bruins were the favorite. So I'd have to go and check that over again. Minnesota, yeah, this looks like it's upside down, so I'm going to have to go and review that. All right, Minnesota won 3-1. Buffalo lost to Seattle. I had the over in that game. It's the only game I won yesterday. I had the over in the Buffalo Seattle game. St. Louis, 5-4 winner in shootout against Vegas. They were down 4-2 in that game, and they came back to win it. Arizona treadmill team is off and running. Show me the money for the Freak. How you doing, Freak? And for you, my friend? Show me the money! We'll show you the money. All right, Vegas had a 68% chance of winning yesterday. The Coke was at 52%, and we lost that one. But if you had the puck line, you did all right on the Blues. You were singing the Blues. New York Islanders 3-1 against Columbus. The Blue Jackets, they had a 63% chance of winning. Coke was at 62%. Tampa Bay, Toronto, Leafs won that one 5-3. Carolina 4, Chicago 3. They were minus 303 favorite in that one. And that game did go over the total. Winnipeg and Utah. Did you say Utes? No, I said the hockey club. Come on, boys, get a friggin' name, will you? 5-2 was the score for the Utah Hockey Club. I want to say Utes. And then Pittsburgh, they took LA behind the woodshed and won that one. 5-1 was your final. All right, let's get into the computer picks right now. And let's recap today's NHL hockey games. I got 2 picks for you guys today in the National Hockey League. And hopefully they're winners.
I want winners.
And I'll give you guys some winners in just 1 minute. All right, let's go to the previews for tonight's game. And we'll kick it off in Philly, where the Broad Seas Bullies are going to take on the Detroit Red Wings. That's a good matchup right there, Detroit and Philadelphia. Hey, when I see, when you get 56 and you see these logos, you all of a sudden you get these reminiscent games in your heads, right? Bobby Clark, Stevie Yzerman, hey, Osgood, hey, Ron Extall. Yeah, it's when you get a little bit older, you get more sentimental to that stuff, right? Minus 141 is the line. 5.5 is the total, and I got the Flyers winning on the computer pick tonight. You know what, Philly, they did good against New Jersey the last game. They've been off for 2 days right now. They're on a 2-game win streak. They are 5-5 last 10, 7-3 on the puck line. My value index, I did have the Flyers at minus 154, and you're getting 141, so you're getting the Walmart discount tonight on the Flyers. Now, the Flyers are a C-neutral team against another C-type neutral team, and when I look at C-on-C-type crime, now in the Raymond Report, anytime you get a team that's a C-type team, those are teams below 500, you can see that Detroit is hitting 500. Detroit, overall, 15-15 against teams below 500, while the Flyers are 16-10. Give me the Flyers tonight over the Red Wings, and as my good friend the Hawk would say,
You can put it on the board, yeah!
All right, let's go to La Belle Province in Montreal, the home of the Poutines, and the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, the Bolts' last game, last night, a 5-3 loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs. That kind of sucks, for those guys. Want to watch the national championship game, you got to play a hockey game if you're a football fan. And minus 135 is the line here on Tampa Bay. 5.5 is the total. And we do have a Tampa Bay win tonight, 3.1 to 2.69. The over-under at 5.79. So we do like this game to fly over the total. Tampa Bay coming in on a 2-game win streak. They are 5-5 last 10, 4-5-1 when it comes to the over-under. Be neutral against be bullish. And you know what? The Habs have been playing some really good hockey. I like the Habs here tonight to pull the upset. Give me the Montreal Canadiens. What's the puck line at? Let me see here. I want to see if there's any value on the puck line. And before we put it on the board, Montreal minus 192. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Habs to win this game straight up. Now, if you feel you need that Geico insurance, take Montreal plus a puck and a half at minus 192, and you can put that one on the board.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
All right, pick number 1 of the Rain Report today. I'm gonna play the New York Rangers over my Ottawa Senators. I hate to do it, but I'll tell you why I'm gonna do it. Because if you look at the Rain Report, I've been sharing this system with you guys. Home favorites coming off a 1-goal loss have been cashing a lot of tickets. In fact, a lot of tickets.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Look at this. Home favorites coming off a 1-goal loss. And you can get this here with your membership at ATSStats.com. And you know what? Memberships now, you want a deal? $49 for the year. $49.99. And you get the entire website for for 1 year, and you get access to the Raymond Report and the databases and everything. 47-20. Hey, that's pretty good in my books. Home favorites coming off a 1-goal loss, and the New York Rangers are coming off a 5-4 loss to the Montreal Canadiens. Give me the Rangers tonight over the Ottawa Senators. I like the Sens, but they had a little bit of an 2-1. Okay, they're on a good little run right now. They won Saturday night in a big game against was it Boston? 6-5 was the final in the shootout, and then they go to Jersey the next day and they played at noon the following day and they won 2-1. So I think the Rabbits what's going to run out here. Give me the New York Rangers over my Ottawa Senators, and if the Sens win tonight, man, I got to start saying they're probably maybe legit, right? Too legit to quit, but we'll see if the Ottawa Senators can pull one out of the hat. But I'm going to go with the system. Give me the New York Rangers, and the Hawk would say,
You can put it on the board, yeah!
all right, let's head on over to Big D, Dallas. You know what? I saw on the CNBC this morning, and they were showing a report out of Houston, Texas. There's some snow on the ground in Houston. And it's not a lot of snow, but it's when you're a city that's not used to getting snow. I think as I heard this morning, correct me if I'm wrong, it was the first time they're getting snow in like 10 years. Is that right? That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So there could be maybe an empty stadium tonight in Dallas, or stay safe out there, because I know some of the cities are not equipped for the snow. So we'll see if that has any effect on Carolina tonight traveling into Dallas, and who knows, right? But anybody in Dallas and Texas, stay safe, and we're thinking of you guys, and hopefully things work out for you. -128 is the line, 5.5 is the total, and we can see here we got Dallas winning 3.06 to 2.49. Now, the thing with the Carolina Hurricanes, they're pretty good. This just in, they're a pretty good hockey club, but they're only good at home. They're 18-6 at home, but 10-13 on the road. Give me the Dallas Stars tonight over the Carolina Hurricanes, and you can put that one on the board.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
All right, let's go to Nashville. Predators taking on the San Jose Shark. Take out your home payment because you're going to need it if you want to make $100. -357 is the line, 6.5 is the total, and I got the Nashville Predators winning 3.66. There's a Mario Lemieux right there. And 3.32. What's a famous number 32? Off the top of your head, give me a famous player who wore number 32. The one I think of right now, hey, Dale Hunter. Hey, Dale Hunter, the Quebec Nordiques. Man, he was a beauty. Hey, Michel Bergeron. Hey, you love Dale Hunter. Dale Hunter, if you go look back on YouTube and you look at the Dale Hunter, he was an agitator. He was a really good hockey player, and now he's coaching the London Knights here in Ontario, and he's got a great program going with the Knights. Anyways, numbers. Hey, that's what we deal. Hey, we deal in numbers. We're in numbers. ATS Stats. If it's in the name, it's in the game, and that's what we are. -357. That's too much, so we're not going to lay that. 6.5 the total, and I got a 6.98 total here. Now let me take a look at the over/under last 10 for both these teams. Sharks 2-8 to the under last 10, so they're having trouble scoring goals. And you got C on C-type crime. You got C bearish against C bullish. And let me see here. C on C-type crime. And 8-18. San Jose is 8-18, and Nashville is 9-10. You know what? Just out of principle, I can't lay 357. Take San Jose on the puck line. Take San Jose on the puck line and put it on the board.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
All right, pick numero 2. Pick number 2. I'm going to go with the Edmonton Oilers tonight over the Washington Capitals. The Oilers coming off a 1-goal loss last game. They're a home favorite of -135. Home favorites coming off a 1-goal loss are, 40-27 on the season. 47-20, sorry. And I do like, let me see the injury report and make sure Connor McDavid is in the lineup. Hey, if you're going to play, Draisaitl, and those are non-negotiables. Like Draisaitl and McDavid have got to be in the lineup if I'm going to bet on Edmonton. Because what the lines tell me they should be in. Oh, McDavid out. Okay, -135. Wow. McDavid out tonight. Okay. So be careful on that one. And but we still have Draisaitl. And you know what? Still going to go with Edmonton. I'm still going to go Edmonton. I'm going to see the players step up tonight, like the Hymans and all those guys. Nurse, Bouchard. Bouchard on the back end is pretty good. Henrique, Arvidsson, Perry. Corey Perry still playing, eh? I saw him in a scrap the other night. Shouldn't be scrapping at that age, though, Corey. Come on, man. I know you're trying to pick up the team, but let the young guys do that stuff, right? -135 is the line. 5.5 is the total. Give me Edmonton tonight over the Washington Capitals, and put it on the board.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
Florida Panthers taking on the Anaheim Ducks. -250 is the line. 5.5 is the total. Ducks last game a 3-0 loss, so this is a back-to-back series with Florida. And so the Panthers won that one 3-0. They're 5-5 last 10. The Ducks 3-7. And for Anaheim at home at the Duck Pond, they are 9-13, while Florida's 14-9. You're defending Stanley Cup champions. They're 16-10 against C-type teams, while Anaheim is 4-11 against, 4-6 against B-type teams. And Anaheim's in a bear cycle. And 3-0 last game. I can see another 2-0, 3-1 type game. So the under is probably where you want to cash that ticket.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
And the final game of the evening will be in Vancouver on the West Coast, where the Vancouver Canucks taking on the Buffalo Sabres, who lost yesterday 6-4 against the Seattle Kraken. Their last 3 games have gone over the total. They are now 4-6 last 10, 8-2 to the over, so playing a lot of high-scoring games. And this is a non-conference type game. And let me see here, Vancouver at home, 8-15, not a great home record. And Buffalo 8-14 on the road. -172. I had the line here at -188. Fair market value if you like Vancouver. For Buffalo, +128. If you like the Sabres, you're getting pretty good value. If you like Buffalo, take the puck line. But I think the over is where you cash that ticket.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
All right, there you go. There's your NHL roundup. Give me the New York Rangers as my best bet tonight over the Ottawa Senators. You guys ready to rumble right now? Move it. All right, let's move it along. Let's go to the association and let's see what's on the top here tonight in the markets for the NBA. And you can see the last 7 days. Once you jump from a money line sport to a spread sport, you can see the favorites. Big difference, right? 71% of NBA favorites are winning straight up. Only 28.4 for the underdog, which is not good because now you're going to get a lot. I'll tell you why this is not good, because when you got favorites winning 71.7% of the games, and then you got 28.4 on the underdogs winning, you're going to get a lot of double-digit favorites, and the pros and people don't like betting double. The public doesn't want to lay, -13, -14. They're going to jump on the dog, but you can see the bookmaker are seeing that's the train of thought out there, that more people are going to bet double-digit dogs. In fact, let me go. If you go to the Raymond Report, I'm going to show you guys something that I keep track of, and it's in the standings area. Let me see if I can go to my ATS standings. I'll go to ATS standings number 1. I'll go to NBA, and I want to see the double-digit favorites, how they're doing straight up, over, under, and ATS on the season, and see. And, I can also do it this way. I can go to the dashboard, and I go to my standings. Let's go to NBA. And you can see, look at this. So Cleveland, all right, well, look at the top 10 teams, how they do straight up and against the point spread. Cleveland, 36-6, 28-14. Oklahoma City Thunder, 35-8, 29-14. Boston Celtics, obviously, you win a championship, you get a little bit of that hangover next year against the point spread. 30-13, 17-26. Memphis, 28-15, 26-17. You know what I'm noticing? The first 4 right out of the gate, small market capita teams, right? Small market teams, yeah. Should say that 3 times. Cleveland, Oklahoma City, and Memphis. Really, that's not New York, LA, Chicago, like those big market city teams. But 26-17, and hey, branding matters, right? My boss wears makeup a lot, says yes for me. All right. That's good to know. I can sleep now, a nice freak. 28-16, 21-23. See what I mean? Big market teams, 21-23 against the point spread. Houston, do we have a problem? Well, maybe tonight if you don't get that snow out of there. 28-14, 23-18. Denver, 26-16, 21-20. Milwaukee, 25-17, 22-20. Pacers, 24-19, 21-22. And the Clippers, 24-18, 26-16. So you know what? My theory just went out the window right there, because I thought with double-digit favorite, you wouldn't see a lot. So let's take a look at the numbers here. So NBA favorites let's go close to double digits, 9.5 to 12. they are covering 54% of the games. So NBA favorites of 9.5 to 12, 75 and 17. Wow. Holy cow, where's my Harry Carey? Hey, I need some Harry Carey on this one.
Holy cow!
That's a big 80%. It's almost like college football type numbers right there. Like the Ohio States, the Oregons winning those against Eastern Michigan type thing. 54%. Now 12.5 to 15, 50 and 7 straight up, only covering 47.3. But who wants to lay 12.5 to 15? This is where the NBA's got to get a better job with parity. They can't continue to have these big double-digit gains. No, that's why nobody's watching, is because the spreads are too high. And then you got mismatches, right? And no one wants to watch blowouts. So you need more competitive balance in the NBA. 15.5 to 18, 25 and 3. Wow, 89%, but only covering 39.2. And then 18 or more favorites are 3-0, 0-3 against the point spread. So yeah, they're winning, and they're winning big. All right, let's take a look at that. Just wanted to, sometimes you got to scratch the surface, things that make you go, and you got to look at it. And I just wanted to see that because, I know whenever you have like these big double-digit favorites, my first gut reaction is like, okay, let's take a look at the underdog. But I don't like betting dogs that are C-type teams, right? I don't like betting on C-type teams because they're like an old high school sweetheart. They're going to break your heart every friggin' time you bet them, except that once when the Raptors beat the Celtics. All right, the New York Knicks minus 11.5 against Brooklyn. So you got a little inner-city matchup right here. And 118-102 is the final, total landing on 220.98. So we do like this game to go over the total. You can see Brooklyn coming in on a 3-game losing streak, while the New York Knicks, they are on a 2-under streak. They're 4-6 last 10, only 2-8 against the point spread. So you know what? If you believe in the law of average, this is the time to start betting the New York Knicks. But I don't want to bet 11.5. Maybe that's why I'm not betting a lot of NBA games. The line just doesn't. You either feel it or you don't feel it, right? And maybe. From an NBA betting point of view, maybe you just look at the total. All right, so I got this landing on 220, and the total is 218. You know what? I don't want to sit here and give you guys picks when they're not well thought out. So I'm just going to give you guys the forecast. I'm going to give you the information, and I'll let you guys, handle. Hey, hold the rope, get on the bus, and enjoy the ride type thing. All right, so chance of winning tonight based on previous games in the database, 9.09 for Brooklyn, 91.6 for the New York Knicks. Portland taking on the Miami Heat. The Heat, thought they played 2 nights ago. Yeah, 128-107 was the final, while Portland, they beat the Chicago Bulls, your Chicago Bulls, 113-102. And tonight I got a 118-107 final. And again, another high score, another high odds here, minus 15.5. And I got this total landing on 225.52. The Kogo, what's our Kogo at? Kogo's at 39% chance of game going over the total. And I'm probably going to take a flyer on this one. Miami is 3-7 ATS last 10 games. All right, Toronto Raptors taking on the Orlando Magic. They're playing for that last pick, you can tell. Minus 1.5 is the line. 214.5 is the total. Raptors coming off a 130-112 loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. And the Magic, their last game is a 113-100 loss to the Denver Nuggets. Now, why is this line only minus 1.5? Let me check the injury report. Sometimes when you see a line that doesn't pass the smell test, you got to go look and say, okay, why is this line only minus 1.5 for Orlando? Who's Harris, Howard, Bataze, Suggs? All right, Suggs is in my friggin' fantasy too. All right, so you know what? We'll see if Toronto can keep it close here tonight. But I got the Magic winning 110-107. The over-under at 217.72. I got the Sixers taking on the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets, a 13.5-point favorite. 229.5 is the total. And looking at the starting lineup, game time decision for Drummond, George, Embiid's out, Lowry's out, Martin. So that's why this line is minus 13.5. And I do have Denver winning 118-107. The over-under at 225.57. Philly coming in on a 6-game losing streak. And Denver at 26-16 on the season. Lakers taking on the Washington Wizards. And the Lakers, is every game double digits tonight? 13.5. I said, yeah, the Lakers, this one here is 1. This one here is 15. And this one here, yeah. This is tough. This is tough to bet on, these high favorites, right? Who wants to lay double digits? Minus 13.5, 228.5 is the total. And I got the Lakers winning 119-108, the over-under at 228.62. And there you have it. That is your NBA Roundup today for Monday. And where's my, Monday, January 21st. I got to get the chimes in there. All right, you know what time it is? You know what time it is.
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
Yeah, not silly at all. And I can see Apache Storm says first goal in Canadians game, Caulfield plus 1,400. That's, you know what? That's a pretty good lottery pick right there, Apache Storm. Hey, I think you're better off buying a 649 lottery ticket or a Powerball. I'd probably have a better. Hey, no lo-fi. I can't work with this. You know what? I'll put it on next time I do a podcast, freak. So next time I do a podcast, I'll bring the lo-fi. Hey, I'll bring my Barry White voice and the lo-fi, and we'll get on to the picks. All right, let's get on. I won't do that again. Hey, I'm going to freak you guys out. Let me see here. The Canucks 13-1 as a home favorite playing the month of January the last 6 years. That's good for 92.8%. The Oilers 12-1 on a Ruby Tuesday. The Ducks 10-1 ATS as a home underdog against Atlantic Division opponents. And let me see, anything else here worth looking? You know, sometimes I like to look at the old 80% club stats. I find sometimes the old 80% club stats have a little bit better juice to the little sizzle to the steak, right? So let me go right here. No lo-fi. Yeah, I hear you. Every time I play lo-fi, I'm getting copyright things from friggin' from YouTube. And I got a license with Slipstream, so I don't get that. All right, let me just scroll down here. If you like Ottawa on the puck line, anytime they're a road underdog, totals 5.5, coming off an Eastern Conference game, a 2-game win streak, and they allowed 1 or less goals against last game. They're 11-2 in their next contest. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. How about a good over-under? Edmonton, anytime they're a home team, playing on a Ruby Tuesday on 2 days rest, and they scored 2 goals for last game since 1996, 1-9-1 to the under. And let me get you one more for the road. Let me see here. Carolina, anytime they're a road team versus conference opponent this season, 13-3 ATS. And there you have it. Those are your 80% club stats brought to you by ATSStats.com. And let's go check out the NBA. Hey?
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly. And let me see here. Any good stats to share with you? Actually, you know what? Let me go to the new ones. Sometimes the NBA, the new ones are better. Let's go 80% club, NBA. Battling a little bit of a cold here today, guys. So still got my energy though. I'm still bringing my A game to you guys. Okay, you know when you don't feel right, it's just it sucks. But I still I'm gutting through here, and I feel like it's my A game. So I'm happy with this here. The Heat are 32-1 as a 10 or more home favorite on a Tuesday since 1996. The Lakers 26-1 as a 10 or more home favorite, coming off 2 ATS losses since 1996. And how about an ATS? Do we have an ATS stat we can share with you guys? It's all straight up or over unders. Come on, let me go. I might have to go to the old 80% club stats for this one. I'm scrolling. Let me see here. All right, you know what? Gonna need a new browser if I scroll any lower. Hey-o! And old 80% club stats. NBA? No, that's MLB. Hey, speaking of MLB, I can pitchers and catchers reporting soon. That's going to be awesome. What do you think? We do a fantasy a pool this year? Hey, we do a Raymond Report Fantasy Baseball League. What do you guys think? You guys up for that? Let me see here. I'm going to get good. So when Denver's a home team, last 2 years on 1 day's rest, scored between 111 and 115 points for last game. They are 9-2 ATS, and you can put that one on the board. All right.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
All right, guys, that's the show today in a nutshell. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I know the morning shows are tough because people are working. So I feel like it's all retired people that watch the show on the mornings, or people on days off work if they're shift workers. But we get more bang for our buck for the people on the replay. And again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in each and every day. I know when I look at the stats the next morning, I can see that people watch this show mostly in the afternoon, probably on the ride home back from work. But I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys appreciate the show. If you do enjoy the show, I would really appreciate if you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and make a comment. I think we need more comments. That's how we get more views into the algorithms. And it just, to me, I would appreciate it, 'cause that means you guys enjoy the show. And all you got to say is, you know what, good show. Your show sucks. Keep it up, or, bolt down, or whatever. It doesn't matter what your comment is. As long as you make a comment and you say something about the show, good or bad. I got broad shoulders. I can take constructive criticism if there's something you'd like to see better with the show. And, as long as it's not hatred, don't send me some hate mails, then I think we'll be fine with that. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back probably Friday. I'll probably be back on Friday. Ron Hyman or Dry the Score tonight. Ron Hyman. Who's Ron Hyman? We enjoy your Mrs. Coach is upstairs working. But, you mean not Ron Hyman. Was it Stu Hyman, or what the hell is his name again? Hyman? I used to play with the Leafs. Zach Hyman, that's it. I'm not a name guy. You guys know that. I'm not a big names guy. All right, guys, we'll see you back on probably Friday. I'll be back Friday. I'm going twice a week. That's the show is twice a week, and I'll see if I can get you guys back here for another edition of the Raymond Report. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report. Cheers.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball. To be the man, you've got to beat the man.
Joe, own the Chiefs.
Owns.
Owns.
I don't know.
Struggling.
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Straight cash, homie.
Holy cow.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here?
Woo! If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
That's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack.